Hello, everybody. Okay, I have a couple issues, and I have a couple questions I want to ask about these issues because I don't know how someone is supposed to uh, address them or go about handling them because it's like my son is in a situation where the only place he can go to school is requiring him to take his meds. And I don't know how, I mean, I know there's mixed feelings on people on how prescription drugs are, but I mean, whether people agree with you should take your meds or not take your meds, my point here is a lot of the prescription drugs that are given to our kids these days are for their behavior, not for their health. And then we know that those drugs have negative health side effects. So it's like saying that we parents, grandparents, guardians of our children are willing to sacrifice their health because they're not paying attention in class or acting properly compared to how we want them to be. And I think it's time to let our kids be kids, let them be who they are, and work with them on their behavior naturally, not with giving them a drug. So with my son, he just went today and he talked to his grandpa who he was kicked out of their house. You know, I'm not trying to talk bad about these people. They're doing they're doing a good enough job of making themselves look bad as it is. And I, as a person, I have to say these things because it's about a family member of mine who I consider very dear. You know, I see the world as my family, but that's in a separate line of events and it's a separate thing altogether. Like, I do take being a father very seriously, and as many people know, I've sort of have had that sort of stripped from me in a way. But in a way, I still will not allow that to be the be-all, end-all. It's not like the rest of my life. Oh, well, things aren't going the way that I want them to with my kids, so I'm just giving up. It's the way it is, and I accept that. But I'm going to do what I can. So here's the thing. He's taken 5 different pills, okay, and they all have big side effects. And in order for him to go to school and have a place to go, because I work all the time and he can't really stay with me. I mean, I for all these years, a quick summary, for all these years, the reason that I can't have my kids with me is because I work so much, I wouldn't be there. Even if I had my own apartment, I wouldn't be there. I'd have to work. So I can't be there. And the reason that I have to go work like that is so that all these years I could pay child support. And now I can afford to pay the child support, and it's because I have a good job and I own my own business. So it's like a catch-22. I can't lessen my hours because now I own a business that I have to operate. So, and I apologize if there's because it's getting windy and it's about to storm, but I love it outside. So that summarizes why it's been really hard for me to try. I want my son to live with me, but in order for him to live with me, he'd just have to stay in my truck with me and drive around while I do my route, you know what I mean, and operate my business, and that's just not good. That's not a way for a kid to live. So, and I feel bad because I want to do more for him, and I don't have the kind of cooperation that I would like, but I don't want to point fingers, and people have their living conditions that they want, and that's fine. It's not fine. It just is what it is. So what I want to say about this whole thing is that even though he wants to say to his grandpa, his mom, his grandpa's wife, step-grandma, grandma, whatever you want to call them, and his other grandma, is that he feels better when he doesn't take his pills. I mean, he literally throws up when he takes them. And how could someone be like, oh, you didn't have a health issue before, but every time you take your pills, you throw up? That's a good idea. Keep taking your pills now. You know, just that right there. Simple. And I've been watching him closely. I pay attention to him. I ask him questions. I'm here for him. He may not always have an answer to the questions I have because I have very many questions, and I'm a very elaborate person. So, with all that being said, like, I don't want to go too off the subject, but I need to find a way to help him because he doesn't want to live there. He wants to be with me, and I can't have him with me, and I don't have anywhere else for him to go, and I don't have any way to talk to the people who are forcing him to shove pills down his throat and feel sick. And he feels better when he doesn't take them. I've been helping him throw them away and hide that he throws them away, and I don't want to do that, but it's better for him, so that's why I'm doing it, and I'll keep doing it. if I have to. But I don't want to have to. I want to be honest. I want to talk to his grandpa and his mom, but they won't talk to me. Why? I don't know. Like, I don't yell, and I only yell when I'm being yelled at, or people won't listen. But I've worked on that. I haven't had the chance to talk to them for over a year now. It's been nobody will even talk, and I don't know why. It's like people are afraid to have a conversation when it's about the people they're supposed to love. And I've said to like his mom before, like, if you love him, then we need to work on some things. Like, because even back then when I was trying to talk to her, I wanted to talk about all the situations that are going on with my kids, and one of them is Xavier being on pills, and like he doesn't need to be, because I'm a holistic person. I mean, I don't eat meat. I actually eat flowers. I eat clovers. I drink teas made out of different nectars and honeys and oils and stuff. And I know that sounds odd, but I've learned a lot about the human body. And that's how you do it, by being the experience, by being the example. And I'm not just coming up with some ideas that I don't know about. I've tried them on myself for years. And I am super physically fit. I feel great. I love everything. And I only want to help the world do that. I don't want my son to be around people who drink every day, take prescription pills, fall over and pass out all the time, and spend their time worried about bills, stressing out, and trying to find somebody to be with. That's all signs of weakness. I'm sorry. I mean, you have to know that. I'm not trying to put anyone down. It's just obvious, and people don't like to be told the truth about themselves. I mean, I'm working on all the problems that I have, the issues that I have. That's what we all should be doing. We shouldn't be avoiding our problems by numbing ourselves and just throwing our lives away by shoving pills down our throats and letting it kill us slowly. So what do? Like, I don't want to say I'm not against them. I'm for everybody working this out. But they won't even try something new. They're just saying, a doctor says give them prescriptions. This is years ago. And now they're just going to say, you should still take them. You should still take them. You should still take them. Doesn't anybody know that one of the leading causes of death is taking the drugs that are prescribed to you from your doctor the right way? And then if you added on all the people that were, diagnosed or prescribed wrongly, or overdosed because they took too many, or self-medicated, if you added that, more people died of drugs, of prescription drugs. So it's time for us to stop doing this. All we're doing is paying pharmaceuticals lots of money. And the government is making lots of money off of people dying. So, and this is affecting a family member of mine, the only one that spends any time with me. And this isn't why I'm doing it only because he spends time with me. It's because he has an issue that I need to address, and I don't know how to handle it without any assistance from his other family members, who care so much about him that they won't allow him to stay with them or have a place to stay if he doesn't take pills that are toxic for his body. So what do? Please, somebody, just converse with me about this. Give me an idea, please. Thank you. I love you guys. I love you, Xavier. And I love all you guys in this family. I'm not trying to be a problem. I'm trying to be the solution. I am the solution. Try it out. Anyway, love you. Peace.